Auzubillahi minash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Recite du'as with me. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Allahumma faqihna fid-din. Ameen. Students, as you know that it's chapter 3 plants growth, and now today's topic is testing a leaf for starch. Before going to our new topic, first of all, revise what is stomata. Tiny openings underside of the leaf is called stomata. You can see here, stomata is an opening that allows the exchange of gases. It means during photosynthesis, that is a food making process, carbon dioxide gas enters the leaf and oxygen gas leaves out. You can see here that when the stomata opens, carbon dioxide gas enters, oxygen gas is released out, and at the same time water vapors are also released out. So after that, what is photosynthesis? There is a word equation. You know that during the food making process in plants, carbon dioxide gas adds with water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, and the product of this reaction are glucose and oxygen. This glucose is the food of the plant, and daily plant make their food in their leaves. Okay, so most of the food is used by the plants for its growth, but rest of the food is stored in different parts. I told you that excess amount of food is stored in different parts of the plants, like roots, leaves, fruit stems, flowers, seeds, etc. So this food is not stored as in the form of glucose. Okay, so what the plant do? Plant converts this glucose into an starch. Okay, glucose is the food of the plant that is prepared during photosynthesis, and excess amount, the remaining amount of this glucose is converted into starch, and then plant store this starch in different parts of the plants. Okay, like some of the plants like carrot and radish store this food in their roots. Some plants store this food in the leaves. Similarly, some plants store this food in their fruits. Some store in their stem like potato, ginger, sugarcane. Some store in their flowers like cauliflower. Similarly, some plants store their extra food in the form of starch in their seeds. Okay, for example, we eat wheat, corns, etc. Now today we are going to test our leaf for starch. Okay, so I told you that plants leaf make their food and they store it in the form of starch. Look here in this picture of your textbook, page number 58. There are two test tubes. In first test tube there is an iodine solution, and in the second tube they are telling about that when a starch is added in iodine, iodine color changes to bluish black. Okay, what I said, iodine is a yellowish brown liquid or chemical. When an starch is added to it, iodine changes its color. Okay, so this is a laboratory test for starch. You can do it at your home as well, I will tell you. But let's first of all see here in this leaf, when a iodine solution was dropped on this leaf, it does not changes its color. It doesn't change its color. It means that this leaf has not made the glucose in its leaf, and it has no starch in its leaf. Whereas when you look at this leaf, it has changed its color at certain points. This shows that this leaf has starch in it. So when we applied iodine solution on this leaf, it changes its color. Now, how to test a starch? To find out whether a leaf has made a food, we can test it by using the iodine solution. So what chemical we will use? Iodine solution. If starch is present, it means that leaf has made the food. In this picture, the two leaves on the left have been prepared and tested using iodine solution, and the question is which leaf has made food. So take this food, take this leaves that it has made its food. Okay, now mark this leaf that this food has made its food, means starch, has made starch. Okay, now come to the next slide. Here in this picture, there's a think about it on your textbook page number 55, 59. Okay, here an experiment was done, and you can do it as well. A a plant that was kept in a pot, it was kept in a dark for 48 hours, means for 2 days. One of the leaf is then covered with black paper. So what they did, they took a plant, they placed that plant in the dark room where there was no sunlight. So no sunlight means that there was no photosynthesis. Okay, now after 48 hours they took out that plant and they covered half of the leaf, one leaf, and covered half of the leaf with a black tape or black paper, and they made two holes on this black paper, and after sticking this black paper on both sides of the leaves, they placed that plant in a sunlight, in proper sunlight, for 1 day, so that it can carry out photosynthesis. Okay, what they did, they kept this plant for 2 days in the dark, and then after that, after 2 days, they took that plant and covered one of the half leaf with black tape or black paper with holes. Okay, and then they placed that same plant in the proper sunlight so that it can carry out photosynthesis. So what they tested, the plant was exposed when the plant was exposed to the proper sunlight for several hours or 1 day, the leaf covered with black paper was plucked off, means they plucked off that leaf, and they tested that leaf for starch. So what do you think, what will be happen? Okay, you can see here in the picture, the green part of the plant was receiving the sunlight when they placed it proper sunlight. So this part of the leaf will make the glucose and will convert it into the starch. Whereas the part of the leaf that was covered with the black tape was not able to make its food. So when they tested this leaf for the starch, what they will found? They found that the part of this leaf that was exposed to the sunlight was able to make the starch, and when iodine was applied on this part, it changed its color. Okay, now at the below this picture there is a leaf drawn, and they are asking which part of the leaf was able to make the food. So what do you think? This part was covered with black tape, so it will not receive the sunlight, so it will not make starch. And when you apply the iodine on this part, this one, it will not turn into black. Okay, it will not turn into black, because iodine, when applied to the starch, it changes its color. Iodine itself is a yellowish liquid. Okay, when you will apply this over here, it will not change its color, and when you will apply the iodine over here, this part of the leaf will change into a black color. Okay, it will change into black, so you have to color this part with your pencil as black. Similarly, color these two spots also black. Okay, because these part of the leaf will have make the food. Okay, now there is an experiment to test a leaf for starch. Here they have placed a leaf into the boiled water so that it release its chlorophyll. Okay, to remove its chlorophyll, they placed this leaf into the alcohol solution and boiled it so that it loses its chlorophyll. Okay, because when there is a chlorophyll, iodine color changes, it's not clear, and they tested for starch. Here's an
Do you know that leaves of plants produce glucose through photosynthesis?
The leaves of the plants
excess
produce
glucose is then converted into starch, which is the reserved food material in plants. Let us do a small experiment to test the presence of starch in leaves.
Okay.
We
Now
need a
in
leaf,
this experiment,
boiling water, alcohol, iodine solution, test tube, spirit lamp.
they took a leaf and they placed that leaf into the boiled water.
Take a leaf from a plant that has been exposed to sunlight for several hours. Place the leaf in boiling water.
Then they
This
place a
will
leaf
kill
in the
leaf,
boiling water.
disrupt the cell membrane and soften the cell walls, allowing the iodine to enter the cells and react.
So that
Now
its
put the leaf in a test tube and cover it with
chlorophyll is
alcohol.
dissolved. Okay. So when they place the leaf in the alcohol, it dissolved its chlorophyll to remove the chlorophyll and to soften the cell wall. They placed the alcohol solution in it and they boiled it in a beaker. After that, they applied the iodine solution over here. Okay. Now, after dipping in the alcohol solution, they will boil it, and after
Keep
boiling,
the test tube in the boiling water.
they placed it in a boiling water. So
The
see,
chlorophyll slowly dissolves
chlorophyll
into the
is
alcohol.
releasing out,
Note that alcohol turns green.
and alcohol has changed its color into green.
The removal of
Now-
chlorophyll will help us observe the color change of iodine clearly.
Yes, because chlorophyll, when the chlorophyll is removed, we can see the change in color of the leaf very clearly.
Place the bleached leaf in a petri dish.
Now they place the leaf in a petri dish, and after that
Pour
they
iodine
will
solution
apply
over
the
it.
iodine solutions. See, after some time this leaf will change its color to bluish black. Okay, see, the leaf is
Note the
changing its
color of the
color.
leaf. It changes to dark green.
Yes.
This is because iodine
It's-
combines with starch present in the leaf
Yes.
and forms a
It is
violet
because
colored
of
complex.
the reaction
This
of
shows
the
that
iodine
starch is
solution
present in
with the
leaves.
starch.
Now cover a leaf with
This
a black
means-
paper for a couple of days and do the same test. See if it
It
still has
means that
starch.
the plant has made the starch in it.
Do you know that
Okay.
leaves of plants produce if it still has starch?
Now come to the next slide. Here you can do this same test at your home. You have to take a piece of bread, a cutted potato, a slice of potato, and some rice. And whenever you will apply this iodine solution on the potato or on the bread or on the rice, you will see that they will change their color to blue. Okay, now from where you will find the iodine solution? You know that at your home you have a tincture that you apply on the wound. So the same tincture can be used as an iodine solution because the tincture has iodine in it. So the tincture solution that you apply on your wound will be available at your home, or you can buy it from any medical store. So when you apply that tincture over this food, the tincture is yellowish in color, but when you will apply on this food, it will change its color to bluish black. So this experiment you can perform at your home, and this is a test for starch. If the thing changes its color to bluish black, it means this food has starch in it. Okay, now come to the last paragraph of your textbook, page number 59. Here you can see that the food produced by the plant during photosynthesis becomes the energy source for animal. I told you later as well that this extra amount of food that was not eaten by the plant, that is not consumed by the plant, is stored in different plants, in different parts of the plant for the animals and for the human being. So the same thing is discussed here, that food produced by the plant during photosynthesis becomes the energy source or becomes the food of the animals, and animals feed on these plants, sometimes directly and sometimes indirectly. Means some of the animals eat the plant, but some animals eat the uh, other animals, so they also eating the plants indirectly. Okay, I will give you an example in the next slide. Plants themselves makes use of light energy from the sun to make food. Now here is an important point, that plant takes the energy from the sun, and when the animals take the food from the plant, this sun energy that was stored in the plant is goes into the animal's body. So the energy stored in the plant and the animals is basically derived from the sun. So sun is the basic source of energy. Look here in this food chain. Here is a plant. This plant gains its energy from the sun. This plant gain its energy from the sun to do the photosynthesis. So the sun energy goes in the plant, and after that, when these herbivores eat the plant, this sun energy goes in their body. And when the carnivores eat or prey the other animals, hunt other animals, then the energy stored in the sun goes in the carnivorous animal. So it's mean the sun's energy is transferring through plant to different animals like this. Okay, now see here, there's a sun energy goes in the plant, and then this energy goes into the herbivores, and this, when the herbivores are eaten by carnivores, this energy goes into their body. So what does it mean? That these carnivores are taking energy indirectly, they are taking energy indirectly from the sun. Okay, now here is our two questions, question number 5 and 6, that we done in the last week. Now these two questions are about stomata and the starch. Now I hope that you have done it on your notebook. Now today's task is to learn these two questions. Okay, so now you have to learn these two questions and you will do the practice at your rough notebook. Okay, now recite duas with me. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka